Hello, my name is Prime, and welcome to a very special episode of ATS Showcases, because today we are here in Oklahoma. Yes, I am running the Oklahoma DLC for American Truck Simulator. A huge thank you to SES Software for providing that to me as an early access build. So of course, as it is early access, everything is still technically in a state of work in progress, and there are no mods in this save whatsoever. So everything you are seeing and hearing is just true ATS beauty. So for today's delivery, we are here in Tulsa, and we're going to head up to Enid, and we're going to kind of explore the map a little bit here. It may be shorter, but I want this to get up to you guys as soon as possible, and I'll be doing a bunch of other content here exploring the rest of the cities that are around the Oklahoma DLC. And we're hauling some lift trucks today, or lift boom trucks, whatever you want to call them, on a drop deck trailer with this Volvo 860. I think it will be a very good delivery. So let's go ahead and get on the road. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am, and welcome to Oklahoma. It is so great to be finally driving in the Oklahoma DLC. And I mean, I said it already, but I'll thank SES Software once again for providing me with early access to the Oklahoma DLC. It is a huge honor to be able to do this, and it's just fantastic indeed to explore a new DLC a little bit earlier. But it also gives me a good chance, and give you guys a great chance indeed, to see if you want to pick up the DLC for yourself. And that's something that I'll be doing, of course, today. We'll talk a bit about Oklahoma and the 1.48 update that has been released for American Truck Simulator. And to be honest, there's a bit to catch up here, because it's been a little bit since I've done an ATS showcase, and we'll get into that a little bit here, presuming we have time. But let's go ahead and get out of here. We're going to get on the highway and head a bit south out of Tulsa first, and then we'll kind of do a wrap around. I decided to go a different route today. I could have gone a little bit more of a direct route over to Enid, but decided to kind of go on a different highway route just to give us some other Oklahoma experience, I guess you could call it that if you so choose to. But yeah, great to be here in Oklahoma, and let's see what gets on over here. So I'm driving with, of course, the Volvo VNL 860. I kind of had to be honest. I mean, that was something that would be expected. One of the newest trucks, I guess, technically, or I guess the newest truck from ground up in ATS. But we do have the 49X Power Hood Edition, if you want to call that a new truck. But I think these lift trucks are actually pretty cool, or lift boom trucks, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to kind of call them lift trucks probably. That's just the way I like to say it. But overall, very cool cargo, and I'll be doing some other ones in as well. So the school buses, the Yelco kind of revision that has happened here in Oklahoma. I'll be doing the school bus hoods, and hopefully a school bus delivery itself within the next episode or two. That is my goal, presuming I can find it. You may notice, for those who had a keen eye, this is actually not an ownable, or not an ownable trailer. It's ownable. There we go. Prime at it again. This is not a trailer that I own. There we go. That's how I want to say it. Unfortunately, I could not find the cargo for the life of me when I had my own trailer, so I was able to find it in the freight market job, and that's what I'm doing for today. But that's all good. It doesn't matter. To be honest, I was going off of more of the cargo than the trailer itself, and hey, this trailer looks quite nice indeed. Pretty basic, but that's all it needs to do. It just needs to be able to haul the cargo and attach to my truck, so I don't really care either way. But no, I'll be doing the school buses and some of the other cargoes that have kind of come in with the Oklahoma DLC in 1.48 for that matter, but kind of more specifically with Oklahoma because of the way that the industry chains have worked. And of course, we'll be doing different trucks and so on and so forth. So if you are new around here, why don't you go ahead and kind of keep an eye out here on the channel for more to come. Do whatever you want with subscribing or whatever. You know what? That's all your decision. I don't really care. I don't like to force it on anyone. I very rarely say anything. That's your decision completely. And oh, we got some construction around here. How neat. Now, I know there was some blog posts quite a while ago now about like Oklahoma and construction and the various kind of things that you'll see around the map. And that is something so far, and I won't lie, did a little bit of teleporting around just to be able to well, one, find the job that I wanted. So for example, today with the lift trucks, took a little bit of searching. But overall, like, it's really kind of neat to see some of the details around Oklahoma and the amount of detail that keeps, well, just honestly the quality bar, quality level that every DLC that comes out from SES Software somehow gets higher. I don't know how that bar can be continually raised, beyond me, completely beyond me. But I mean, it's just incredible. It's just incredible. That's all I want to say there. To each their own. You know, I don't. Honest, as this is being recorded prior to the DLC launch, I am still unaware what the cost of the DLC will be. So I guess depending on what your budget may be, and we're going through a toll, one of the cool automated tolls, not the more classic booths. That's another thing that we know that's in Oklahoma, plentiful. Lots of toll roads, which I guess we're on technically now. But no, like when it comes to the price of the DLC and what would you class it as worth it or not, to be honest for me, now and I guess this is a bit of a biased bit because I've been provided with the DLC, but even still, I try to be honest with you guys and everyone who, well, enjoys American Truck Simulator or any game for that matter. I will say, it is so far a very incredible DLC, albeit maybe not as, it's definitely not as large as Texas in terms of everything that is within the DLC, but for the size that it is, it sure packs a punch. That seems to be what I can find. There's a bunch of cargo, even though I said it, you know, it was kind of more of a, I don't want to say a struggle, but it was definitely a challenge to get kind of a delivery that I, per se, wanted. But I am also very picky in that sense because I am trying to find a few things that meet criteria for the sake of a video. But besides that, there is a bunch of cargo all around the various cities that are here, and it's kind of cool to see the landscape as well, as I was kind of jumping around a few places just to see what I could find. And yeah, overall, I would recommend the DLC, even as, of course, this is early access once again. It's just a bar above, at least in my opinion, even Texas, which is even hard to say, because Texas is fantastic in its own sense. And I guess we're out of the toll again, or are we in a new toll road? Don't know how these toll roads work yet in Oklahoma. I guess we'll have to figure that one out. But overall, it is just a fantastic DLC. I always just enjoy more content to drive around the map, or like around the ATS world, I should say, and ultimately the map itself. It's always just nice to have new areas to go, longer deliveries, just more variety. That's something that I will always enjoy, and I guess that's also a kind of a big motivational factor for me in terms of, you know, if I were to buy a DLC, would that be something I'd want? To be honest, I'll be fully transparent. I do own every DLC for American Truck Simulator and so on. There's, you know, two sides to it. One, because I do content creation, that's a big part of it, but also I just enjoy what SES Software puts out. Some things, you know, everyone has an opinion on, but when it comes to the Oklahoma DLC, I honestly do believe that this is a fantastic DLC to have. Once again, don't know the price. That may change some opinions for people, but overall, scenery, the diversity within the state, given what the state actually is in real life, there is only so much that SES Software can do when they're trying to make it realistic. And well, if the state doesn't really offer that much, you know, maybe we'll have to come across a time where that becomes an issue. But honestly, with Oklahoma, there's some really cool industries and different deliveries that are coming in with it as well. Different cargoes that are more primarily focused on the Oklahoma DLC, and to me, that's worth it nonetheless, or no matter what the map may be. We have a number of cities, I believe 10, maybe 12 cities. I can't recall off the top of my head now. I'm gonna pass this guy here. We're moving along quite well. And yeah, no, I can't quite recall off the top of my head, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, no, it's really, really cool to see. And some of the different companies as well, and the different reworks that they've had, different logos and stuff. The Oklahoma DLC, and also 1.48 for that matter, it seems to be an update that really brings in a lot of content for ATS. And this guy's drag racing me. What? Come on. Well, I'm going to beat him. I'm in a brand new, oh, maybe not. Come on, Volvo, you can do it. Never mind. Oh, this guy's speeding up because he's going to exit? What are you doing, my man? Well, I got to exit too. I'm going into Cloverleaf as well. All right. Never mind. Prime lost the drag race. It's all good. It's all good indeed. No one needs to be showing off. We're just showing off the DLC, which is always good. What did it not like? Was there a car way behind me or something? I have no idea. Brake, Prime. There we go. Oh, man. He's almost at it again. I'm almost at it again. Prime's at it again with the questionable driving skills. There we go. Wouldn't it be a new DLC without it? I crash into stuff when I do the early access of Texas. I hit invisible barriers. I guess I did. Yeah, that was actually the first look at Texas. I do believe I crashed into the invisible barrier. Done stuff in Montana as well. I have questionable luck and driving ability while doing these showcases, but you know what, there's just a lot to soak in, and just look at that. Same cinematic shop over and over again. Maybe there we go, something different. Good old ATS. I'll eventually choose what it would like to do, but no, as we head up to Enid here, it's very interesting to see just the farm fields. I know we got a train crossing up here, and it's just the horizon line. We see a farm with some grain elevatings over there, or at least grain takes and various loading stuff. It's just very neat to see the landscape of Oklahoma, and overall it just seems to be a very nice area. I haven't noticed anything, well, more odd, obviously, in the early access build. Of course, when I'm recording this is only a day prior to launch, so in terms of, I guess, as early access as it could be, there's probably a lot of fine-tuning that have been done over the last little bit. So I'm probably pretty much running the final build of Oklahoma, which is actually quite a nice thing. It's nice not to have any weird things that I have to try and mask over, because so far everything has been running rock solid, performing just fantastic on my computer, and I haven't noticed any performance hindrance at all, even though I'm running ultimate settings on everything. I guess not everyone can run that. Obviously, I've been there. I know that. But in terms of what can be run, though, at the quality, haven't noticed anything in comparison, or anything negative, I should say, compared to some of the other DLCs in other areas. Obviously, this is not at least this particular area of Oklahoma isn't a more densely wooded area, so I guess there's not as much, you know, in terms of map, well, detail in some respects. Obviously, there's a lot of details, don't get me wrong, but there are some few things. Oh, Enid, there's a little sign. Guess it doesn't need to be a very large sign, considering how small the name of the town is. And it is Enid, correct? I'm going to call it Enid. I believe I've heard others say Enid as well. It's like Tulsa. I've been corrected on Tulsa as far as I know. But let me know in terms of Enid. Is it actually Enid, or I don't know how else you would say it. Enid? I don't think it's Enid, so it'd be Enid. That's the best I can get. So comment down below what you think of my pronunciation on some of the different town names, and correct me if I am wrong for those who are locals of Oklahoma. Looks like we're rolling up to our delivery point here on our very first delivery here in Oklahoma, and it has been a nice one indeed. I will be doing, as I mentioned, a bunch of other content here, different deliveries, and I will be doing some different road styles as well. What I mean by that is not just highways. I know this delivery was definitely more highway focused just because of where we were going, but in terms of the future deliveries, I will be doing ones that are not... Oh, that's not the road I need to be on, is it? Unfortunate. Turned right just a little bit too early. Got caught napping on the GPS. Can I spin around up here, or how can I? Because my delivery point is just to the left of me over here. This is all apparently road that I could drive on, just maybe not legitly. Can I maybe come up around the backside here? Cut across the grass? I really probably shouldn't. But let's just, I mean, it's kind of like undiscovered parts of the map kind of back here, which is kind of neat. Can I just go around the block maybe? Maybe not. Is that a barrier? It appears to be a barrier, which is unfortunate. Well, I guess we're going to spin around here. We're just going to throw the hazards on. Come on, go ahead, go backwards there, Volvo. I'm going to head to the inside here so I don't get absolutely toasted from the comment section, because the comment section likes to absolutely roast me whenever... I'm just going to cheat here a little bit, make sure I don't back into a car. When I don't do things as properly as I should. But it is just an ATS showcase. I'm not as concerned about being completely realistic, but you've got to be sort of realistic in a simulator. I mean, I am Prime Simulation for that matter, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and actually get to our delivery point. Oh man, I really... One of these days I'll be able to do an early access delivery without doing something either navigational error-wise or driving error-wise. One day, people. It's all good, though. Let's go ahead and actually turn into where we're supposed to go. And well, at least we know where the delivery point is, so I guess we'll swing up and around this way. And I guess I could have gone maybe the other way so I wouldn't have to do a blindside reverse. Well, that would have been smart of me, wouldn't it? But instead, I'm going to do the thing that I really don't like to do and box myself in, pretty much. Oh, man, I really prepped this one well. Gee, okay, well, I guess we'll continue around and just full send the really awkward reverse here. We'll just kind of keep going around, maybe. I mean, I could have just hopped the curb at this point, because I'm basically back on the road where I was, so, classic Prime moment right there. All right, let's get this trailer cutting in, and let's see what we can do. I don't think, and I'm going to kind of cheat here a little bit, just because I am not that talented. Not that talented at all, and I definitely have not done myself any, oh, we don't hit the skid steer. Don't hit the skid steer. Oh, we just missed it. You know what? I've actually salvaged this half well, given that I'm still cheating though, so, again, you know, not the most legit thing ever. But let's go ahead and try and straighten up here and see what I can do. It's a very tight spot, especially for a truck and trailer combo that is definitely a little bit cumbersome. The Volvo 860 is definitely a long-framed truck, so it's not necessarily the easiest to maneuver. So let's now come back this way. Now we're on blind side, which is what I'd prefer to do, like, day in and day out. If I had to. There we go. You know what? Oh, never mind. We just hit something on the back end. Or maybe not. Yeah, I don't think we actually hit anything. You know, it's not the most legit reverse ever, okay? But it will do. Thank you guys so much for watching. What an incredible episode. Thank you guys for all the support around the channel. It gives me the opportunity to do these things, and I truly appreciate every bit of support that I can get. Obviously, SES Software, huge thank you to you guys for being able to provide this to me. It is a fantastic opportunity to be able to do this, and I am so grateful that I've had the opportunity to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.